I want you to take a look at something really crazy really quickly. This is a record of the Oxford Dictionary talking about how the term brain rot has been used hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Literally over 200 years ago. That's crazy, right? I'm not the only one that thinks that. So yeah, pretty much how like philosophers used to complain back in the day about how kids ain't shit. People have been complaining about brain rot for centuries now as well. I guess brain rot being a problem isn't a really new thing, it's more of a historical thing at this point. And if you're struggling with brain rot and losing time to it, stick around for this video because I'm going to show you 3 ways in increasing difficulty on not only how to use brain rot, but to master it. By the end of this video, I promise you're going to be able to harness brain rot and use it to your benefit, making you more productive. But just make sure to stay for number 3, because I think it's the most important one, but only if you're ready for a little bit of a challenge. I'm going to keep it real with you. So let's get into it. What's up, you guys? It's your boy iswearimtrying, and welcome back to the 1% Club, where we try to make you 1% better every single video. Let me ask you something really quickly. Have you ever been a victim of brain rot pretty much consuming your entire life? Yeah, that makes 2 of us, buddy. It's not your fault, I promise. It's more of society's fault, but we'll get into that later. Our attention spans aren't really shrinking if you think about it. What's really happening is that it's being stolen. There's an old marketing saying that goes, if you're not paying for the product, guess what? You are the product. And that's never been more true than right now in the smartphone and TikTok era that we live in. Back in the day, we had companies like Carl's Jr. doing overtly sexual ads where they would put women on car hoods trying to sell a burger, or really weird newspaper ad layouts that made no sense but would obviously catch your attention because, well, they're different. Companies and brands are now playing into the algorithm, which basically decides what you see every single day. And it sucks because you and me, we're just trying to survive. I mean, I know that we love a little bit of social media, but we never really signed up for our brains to be experimented with every single waking second of our lives by billion-dollar corporations, now did we? And if you did and you're getting paid, where do I sign up? Because I'm trying to get some money from this too. Guys, before we start though, I know you hate this, please hit this video with a like, comment, whatever you'd like. My videos have been doing a little bit better lately, so I do appreciate you and you specifically, all right? Let's get into it. But anyway, let me get into tip number 1 without any more further ado, okay? And tip number 1 of the 3 methods that I have to harness brain rot and use it for your benefit is the classic, the tried and true Gen Z Pomodoro technique. I'm calling it the Gen Z method because it's a little bit different than what you're used to and what your kindergarten teacher probably taught you. So the classic method that you were taught is most likely 5, 15, or 25 minutes of hard work and then 5 minutes or 10 minutes of relaxation. But here's the twist I have for you. I want you to use that little relaxation moment to watch whatever you want. Scroll on TikTok, slide in someone's DMs, buy that piece of furniture on Amazon that you've been wanting for years now. Do whatever you want. But I want you here to actually try to use dopamine as a reward. So instead of using the time you work on as a reward with the 5 minutes break, you're basically flipping it. Your brain is gonna want those 5 minutes of TikTok time after you work for 25 or 15 minutes, whatever you want.
I don't need it. I don't need it.
Me, for example, I love playing ranked fighting games in between my sets. Sounds like I'm working at the gym, but I'm really working on my life. Because these ranked games will normally last anywhere from 3 to 10 minutes, so it's pretty much perfect for this. So if you like video games, now's your time to shine, baby. And if you like the idea of trying to gamify your life in any which way, I'm gonna leave my video up here somewhere. I actually made a video really recently on that. I highly recommend it if you want a little bit more deep dive into it. But of course, not everyone responds very well to the grind, pause, grind, pause ideology. Some of us out here, myself included, we just like raw dogging the internet, baby. We've been chronically online for over 20 years at this point, so I mean, why stop now? Am I right? So what do? Allow me to introduce you to number 2. And number 2 is something that I'm gonna call the AA method. No shade if you actually have a problem or you've been into one of these group settings. I know they can help. My point here is, if you've ever gone into an AA or an NA meeting, which stands for Alcoholics Anonymous or Narcotics Anonymous, one of the first things that they'll tell you, aside from the religious aspect, is that you are addicted. You are an addict. And there's nothing wrong with being an addict or being addicted to something, but the first step to actually overcoming this addiction is understanding that you have no power or control over the fact that you are addicted.
Help me! Help me!
So how does this relate to what I'm talking about right now? Pretty easy. You and I are both addicted to social media. It is what it is. Is it 100% your fault? Probably not. I mean, we have companies like Meta that make billions of dollars off you just scrolling and refreshing that fucking Instagram page. And addicts do not get any help when you scream at them, just try harder, bro. It's not how it works. So what I want you to try to do is understand why you want these little dopamine hits.
What?
Are you unhappy with your life? Are you bored a lot of the times? Have you been exercising regularly? Is your diet in check? Because when all these things are not in check, most likely you're gonna start trying to find dopamine from somewhere else. And where is that somewhere else? It's right here, baby. Basically at your fingertips at all time. So we have to be careful. So the solution here is, I want you to try to mesh number one with this and try to understand what is it that's going on in your little monkey brain. You can journal it, you can voice memo it, you can even write down in your notes app when you're drunk or faded or whatever, what it is that you think is going on inside your mind. That's why this is number two and not number one, because statistically it is a lot harder to get someone to actually be introspective and think of what they're thinking and why they're thinking it, instead of just observing and acting onto other things in their life. Basically, in layman's terms, thinking about thinking is pretty hard for a lot of people. Guys, real quick, I just want to personally say thank you for finally helping me reach 200 subscribers. I love the work I'm doing and I love the reception that these videos have been getting. So please hit me with a like, comment, share, sub, whatever you want. It helps the channel a lot more than you think. I promise you. So help me and maybe I can help you become 1% better. Back to the video. And finally, number three, big boy type shit. Don't listen to this tip unless you're actually ready for a challenge. Number three is, I'm literally calling it the big boy method, where we try to use the rot as a tool. We try to be in control. This is definitely the hardest mode of them all, I'm not gonna lie to you. So instead of letting brain rot dictate what you wanna do and what you like to do, we're actually gonna turn it into a fuel source and we're gonna flip it around. Brainrot is gonna be the gasoline that gets this car moving onto the dreamland of whatever the fuck you wanna do in your life, okay? Write down how long you think you need to work a day to get to your goals. How many hours do you think you have to work a day? Is it a couple? Is it many? Is it only one? Is it less than one? You write that down. And then after you write that down, do it. Work that amount of time. The rest of the day is yours, baby. Brain rot, bed rot, smoke that blunt and a half, do whatever you want to do, right? In Minecraft, of course, in Minecraft. Maybe you do a 5-hour work binge and then you just chill for 3.5, 4.5 hours, or maybe even the rest of the day if we're going crazy. And I'll be honest with you, the feeling of always wanting to be on social media most likely will not go away soon. I'm pretty embarrassed to say this, but I used to run 5 miles a day, no exaggeration, and I would have to stop myself from checking my social media accounts during my runs. I would actually laugh at myself when I realized how weak mentally I had become. The key here is to decide what you want to do and how much reward you actually need. So instead of using 5, 10, or 15-minute lapses, just break your day down like this. Let's say you work from 5 to 7 and then 7 to 12. You do whatever you want. It's party time, baby. Party in the USA, Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus type shit. The main focus here is to make it intentional. I don't want you scrolling on TikTok by accident or starting to post random shit. No. I want you to do it as a reward, but more as a planned moment in your day.
It's like a reward.
I need you to be very careful because this method can spiral out of control for a lot of people. So don't do this unless you're actually ready for it, okay? You could start off wanting to work and building that clothing company, and then 5 minutes later, you're watching a documentary about how birds aren't real and the government is spying on us. So use this method at your own risk, but keep in mind that you can fall victim to your own addiction. At the end of the day, brain rot is not something new. People like Thoreau have been talking about this hundreds of years ago. So the goal here isn't to try to delete brain rot because we're not going to be able to, okay guys? We can't delete social media, let's be realistic. But what we want to try to do is outmaneuver it and outsmart it. Use your own dopamine to your benefit the same way that these billion-dollar corporations are using it to their benefit. Gamify your goals, try to track what your triggers are, and don't fuck up your life. The modern world is 100% designed to steal your attention and take your money. But once we become conscious of this, we can try to start getting our money back and stealing our time back 1 minute at a time. And by the way, if you're still watching this, congrats. You have a better attention span than most people. You're either immune to brain rot or maybe, just maybe, you use this video as your little dopamine reward scroll break pause moment. Which if you did, that's fucking genius and I appreciate you and I see you. I genuinely believe that it's not our fault and that all we're seeing right now is what happens when we become victims of what society and mega corporations do onto us. So baby, let's start trying to profit off of it instead of just always being victims. Because I'm tired of being a victim. I don't know about you. Guys, This has been your favorite messy haired YouTuber. You already know what it is. I swear I'm trying. Once again, thanks for 200 subs again. And you already know what I'm about to say. Stay safe out there because it's fucking crazy. All right? Peace.
Now I'm rapping every single day. Great man, smoking on the green ganja. Hey Sean, I hit you with the spin move. Rotation, different types of water on my neck. Hydration, devil in my DM, shoot my shot just like I'm Rain Man. If we feeling broke, then fuck it, we might do the rain dance. I don't work for money, I just sign, pay me.